Hey everyone, and welcome to our explainer. Today, we are taking a close look at an Ayurvedic pain relief oil called Volazil. What's actually in it? What does it claim to do? We're going to break down all the official information to see what this oil is really all about. And that really is the big question, isn't it? You see something like this on the shelf or online, and you wonder, what am I actually putting on my skin? What are the herbs, the oils, and, what are the promises that come inside that bottle? So, let's find out. Now, just to be super clear, all the information we're talking about today comes directly from the source, the official product pages for Zain Ayuda's Volozil oil. We're not doing a review or giving an opinion. We're simply explaining what the manufacturer themselves has put out there. All right, section 1. Let's start with the absolute basics. What exactly is Volozil oil? According to the people who make it, what are we looking at? Okay, so here's their official definition. They call it an Ayurvedic proprietary medicine. That basically means it's their own unique branded recipe. Its whole purpose, they say, is to help with joint pain, stiffness, and inflammation. And it does this using a blend of herbal extracts and oils. So we know what it is, but what do they claim it can do for you? Let's get right into the core promises they make to anyone thinking about buying it. And wow, that list is pretty comprehensive. According to them, the oil is supposed to relieve joint pain and stiffness, cut down on inflammation and swelling, and even help with muscle tension. They get specific too, mentioning it's beneficial for things like osteoarthritis. The idea is that it improves blood flow where you apply it, which is how it provides that, quote, fast, long-lasting comfort. Okay, now for what I think is the most fascinating part. The formula itself. What are the actual ingredients that are supposed to make all of this happen? Let's look under the hood. So, what they tell us is that the formula is a pretty serious mix. It's a combination of 16 different herbs, all blended into a base made up of several natural oils. Each one was apparently chosen for a very specific reason. And here's a look at some of those key players. You've got some well-known herbs in here, like ashwagandha, which they say is for inflammation and muscle strength. Then you have things like shilajit for bone health and camphor for that immediate cooling sensation. It's quite a complex list, with each ingredient supposedly playing a very specific role based on Ayurvedic tradition. Now, all those herbs are mixed into this base of 8 different oils. You see some familiar ones, right? Mustard oil, sesame oil, but then you also have more intense ones like pine and turpentine oil. The stated purpose for this particular blend is to achieve deep penetration, to help carry all those herbal properties into the skin effectively. All right, so we've seen what's in the bottle, but how do they actually want you to use it? Let's take a look at the official instructions. The process they lay out is really straightforward. You take some oil, put it on the area that hurts, and then gently massage it in for about 3 to 5 minutes, or until it's absorbed. For the best results, they recommend doing this 2 or 3 times every day. And they throw in a little tip. Warming the oil up a bit before you use it can apparently make it work even better. And of course, with any product like this, there are some really important safety warnings. The manufacturer is very clear this is only for external use. Don't put it on cuts or broken skin. They also say to keep it away from your eyes and other sensitive areas, and strongly recommend that pregnant women talk to a doctor before using it. Standard but important stuff. So, what are people actually asking about this oil, and what kind of feedback is the company showcasing? Let's dive into some of the frequently asked questions and user testimonials that they've published on their website. Okay, here's a big one that people always want to know about any kind of remedy. Is this something you can use every day as part of a routine? And the company's answer is a pretty clear yes. They say it is safe for daily massage, and in fact, they recommend using it 2 to 3 times a day to get the best results. This is probably the question on a lot of your minds. It's a huge deal for any product you're putting on your body. Are there any known side effects, and does it have synthetic chemicals in it? So, according to their site, they state there are no known side effects if you use it the way they tell you to. While they emphasize that it's made from natural herbs and oils, it's worth noting that the ingredient list does mention a permitted preservative, BHT, at a very low concentration of 0.1%. Now let's look at some user testimonials they feature. This first one is from Ramesh Kumar in Delhi. He says, and I'll translate, Volazil oil worked like magic on my knee pain. The pain disappeared after 2 weeks of massage. In the original Hindi, he wrote, Volazil oil ne mere घुटने को दर्द में जादू सा असर दिखाया. 2 हफ्ते की मालिश से दर्द गायब हो गया. Here's another one. This time from Mrs. Anita Rao in Bangalore. She calls the improvement in her knee pain remarkable and specifically points out no side effects, pure Ayurvedic relief.
And one more here from Seema Devi in Uttar Pradesh, who says, I use this oil for arthritis pain. Now I don't have trouble walking, thanks to Zain Ayurveda. Her original comment was, मैंने arthritis के दर्द के लिए यह तेल इस्तेमाल किया. अब चलने फिरने में दिक्कत नहीं होती. Zain Ayurved का शुक्रिया.
And this last piece of feedback is interesting because it's attributed to a medical professional. This testimonial from a Dr. Priya Menon in Kerala says, as a doctor, I appreciate natural solutions. Volazil oil is well formulated and truly effective for inflammatory pain. So after laying it all out, the ingredients, the claims, the user feedback, it kind of leaves us with a bigger question to think about, right? When you take these ancient traditional ingredients and package them up with modern marketing, online FAQs and testimonials, how does all of that shape the way we think about and approach natural remedies in the world today? Something to consider. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.